Today we're going to look at some more DJI Mini 3 leaks that have just been put out there. So let's take a look at them. But first of all, who is actually going to find the Mini 2 box? Have you dusted it off? Have you got it all ready to sell? Let's go. So if you cast your minds back about a month, we saw this Mini 3 Pro box with this Mini 3, quite a weird design, and an RC controller. And thanks to Jasper27 then as well for sending me those along with this. So go and check him out on Twitter afterwards, after this video. But we both said like, this can't be fake because it's just too ugly to be fake. Only DJI could make it this ugly. And that box, you know, it was kind of swinging them both ways. Is it real? Is it not? Anyway, we've got more leaks now, and this is about the DJI Mini 3 Pro, as we can see on the arm. So let's get straight into this. It's a Saturday. Let's not waste any time. Let's look at these pictures. So the first one we can see now is you can see the arm. It says Mini 3. Then you can just make out the P, what will be the Pro. But what we want to focus on here on this picture is quite a few things. Let's get straight into the actual camera. So we can see here now it's got a whole new gimbal design, whole new camera on the front of it here. And if we pinch in, we can see that this is now an f1.7mm. So what does that mean? Well, that means that an area that the Mini 2 was lacking in, which was low light and night photography or night videography, wasn't very good because that was an f2.8. To put it into context, the Mavic Air 2 is also an f2.8. And let's look at this. So this guy here, the Nano Plus, which is fantastic for low light and nighttime video, is an if you can see that, 1.9. So the Mini 3 Pro on the front of it here is an f1.7, which means it's going to be phenomenal for low light and nighttime video. An area where it was lacking before, it's going to be fantastic based on this picture. Now, I can't see why this would be fake now. It's almost certain that this Mini 3 is going to be real and it's going to be coming in fast. What else is new in this? So the camera there, we can see that is an improvement of the f1.7. So low light, nighttime, it's going to be great, fantastic. You can also see that it's got a huge opening around where the gimbal is, which makes me believe that it's going to also have vertical video. So why do you need vertical video? Well, it's taking off rapid, isn't it? You know, people are wanting to post videos on Reels, on TikToks, and a lot of it now, even myself, do drone videos, and then I have to crop it and convert it into vertical video to post it on Reels or Instagram. So now you might be able to have the option to have vertical video alongside just normal horizontal video we're all used to. So that would be a great selling feature and will be really popular for anybody who likes putting their videos out on Reels and TikToks as well. Let's take a look at the sensors as well on here. So if we just look at the top of it, you can see now these huge front sensors, these massive circles at the front. So they are pretty good. I wonder, because they are so big, whether they're going to include some kind of upwards sensor as well, which would be bloody brilliant. If we just actually move on to the next slide here, we can see the bottom of the drone, and then here you can see these massive downward sensors as well. So downward sensors, obviously for obstacle avoidance and for landing, that's going to be great. And if we look at this next slide here, we can see it looks like to have the rear sensors as well, but they're placed towards the front of the drone. So these two circular gaps here, the top left and top right, facing backwards. So it's like a new design there. They've put them there rather than right at the very back of the drone. A bit bizarre, but it is what it is. I'm sure it'll work really well. So from these pictures alone, it looks like it's going to have front, back and downward sensors. Fantastic. Let's look at the battery. We've got some person here holding the battery in the hand. So then people are asking, is the Mini 2 battery going to be compatible with the Mini 3? No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like that this has a battery bump. So if we zoom in, we can see here that it's a 2,354 milliamp battery. The old Mini 2 battery was a 2,250 milliamp battery. So a slight increase there in battery, a bigger battery. Now, it's going to have a bigger battery because it's got all this added tech. So the sensors on this, any actual tech within the side of the drone, any software features, it's going to be having more processing power. It needs a better and bigger battery. So expect advertise of 30 minutes. Probably never get 30 minutes. It'll be between 20 and 25, which for a small drone like this, it's more than enough. These leaks are surely coming in thick and fast now, aren't they? If I was you and you want to sell your drone, I'm personally not selling the Mini 2, but I know a lot of you just like one drone, one small drone. The Mini 2 holds its value really well, so from this alone, it looks to be an awesome drone. It's going to be really good. So a lot of beginners pick up these small drones. They're not going to probably know about the Mini 3 rumours, probably not have a clue what a Mini 3 Pro even is. So by putting it on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or selling it to someone now would be probably a good idea, because I still think it's going to be between April and end of May, within that time frame. So it's not long, and then it's going to have all these features. I would imagine a slight price increase, but I've got a feeling they're going to undercut Autel for sure. So they're going to have a better camera spec, probably better sensors, active track performance on here, whereas the active track on here unfortunately still isn't working. It's going to be really interesting to see just how good this is. So if you're considering buying this when it comes out, maybe try and get as much money as you can towards it now by selling that Mini 2. I think there's going to be 3 versions: a standard, a Fly More with some extra batteries, and then the Pro version. We don't have any pictures with the controller in anyone's hands, so that was on the box. I'm sure it's real. I'm just waiting to see some extra pictures of that actual controller. I think it's just going to be the same as the Mini 2 controller that we had before, with just that screen built in. I don't think it's going to have the performance spec of the extra range capacity and everything as the RC Pro, because it's not going to kill that. It only just came out a few months ago, so it's going to have something less than the RC Pro for sure. I hope, and I'm sure it will have D-Log, some sort of HDR video on here. It will have something, because they want this drone to be not only for the hobby flyers, but people to put this out onto social media, onto Reels, onto TikToks. And you know, if it's a Pro drone or a Pro version of this Mini line, it needs to have D-Log. Really interesting to see if it does. The Nano Plus now has it as well, so I imagine it's going to have D-Log, which will be brilliant. Be absolutely brilliant. So let me know what you think of these pictures. Thanks again to Jasper27. Go and check him out on Twitter afterwards. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. This Mini 3 is coming in close. It's going to not be long now. Get ready. See you soon. Bye bye.